India has just taken a giant leap, not in headlines, not in hype, but in something far more powerful, that is, energy control. At Kalpakkam, India's 500 megawatt prototype fast breeder reactor has achieved criticality. Now, that may sound technical, right? But here is what it really means. India has just entered a league of nations that can create more nuclear fuel than they consume. Let me repeat that. Not just produce energy, but produce the fuel that produces energy. This is not evolution. This is transformation. But before going into India's dynamic growth story, I would request you to comment, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that it would reach maximum number of investors. For decades, India had a problem. We don't have enough uranium, but we have one of the world's largest thorium reserves. So, what did India do? Instead of complaining about scarcity, we built a three-stage nuclear strategy. In stage 1, we use uranium. In the stage 2, we multiply fuel using fast breeder reactions. And in stage 3, we shift to thorium, which is the ultimate goal. And today, we have successfully entered stage 2. Now, here is where it gets interesting. This reactor uses something called plutonium based fuel, and it produces more plutonium in the process. Think of it like a financial system where your capital doesn't just generate returns, it generates more capital. Compounding, right? But at a national level. But why is this such a big deal right now? Because the world is facing an energy reset. Oil is volatile, gas is geopolitically risky, and renewables are inconsistent. Solar doesn't work at night. Well, wind doesn't blow on demand, right? But if you take nuclear, it runs 24 by 7, stable, predictable, and of course, scalable. And India is not just adopting nuclear, India is designing its own long term fuel independence model. This is not about electricity, this is about sovereignty of India. But let us be clear, this journey was not smooth. The reactor faced delays. There were safety reviews after Fukushima. There were engineering challenges, cost overruns. It took more than a decade, which tells you something important. Real breakthroughs don't come fast, but when they come, they change everything. So, what happens next? If India scales this successfully, we move toward energy independence, lower power cuts, reduced fossil fuel imports, and a stronger industrial base. And here is the bigger question you should be asking. If energy is the backbone of an economy and India is securing its energy for the next 100 years, what does that mean for the markets? What does that mean for the investors? Because this is not just a science story, right? This is an economic story, a market story, and a future story. India is not reacting to the future anymore. India is building it. And if you are looking at this as an investor, Watch sectors like engineering, nuclear infrastructure, and capital goods. Companies like Larsen and Toubro and Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited could quietly ride this multi-decade wave. And sometimes the biggest revolutions don't make noise. They quietly go critical. Hi, this is Kamal. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.